What I was intrigued about is you hear these stories of people, these meditation gurus who they go off and they sit in a cave for years and they meditate and they go so into the ethereal realm or whatever you want to call it, but it appears as though they would be so disconnected from the physical world because they're just sitting in a cave. So they're not really exploring their physical experience, and it's all just into the mind and wherever that's going. What do you think about that? Like what kind of places do you think that a human being is capable of going to? Like, do you think that I'm talking some mystical shit.
Okay, so there was, and I believe this stuff is true. So there was a Buddhist monk, and he'd been meditating for 40 years, right? Wow. And there's these people, their nails.
Yes.
I even met somebody in London who said they went into a cave and they saw somebody. So their nails are growing long, their hair's growing long, right? So they've been meditating for a long period of time. And I think occasionally they do get tended to. And this apparently guy, he said that he went back so far back in his past lives that he was aware of when he was a grasshopper or something, you know. Anyway, that's what he said.
Wow.
And this guy's eyes were he'd been meditating for so long, you could see his eyes were just like, and apparently he went to the Dalai Lama and he said, oh, look, I'm going back into seclusion, you know. And the Dalai Lama said to him, no, I think you stay in the real world and teach people what you learn, you know. So
we've got addicted to the meditation space.
Yeah. So I think you'd be surprised the states, that's what I'm talking to you, Mark, what you can attain.
Yeah.
You'd be very surprised if you do the regular practices.
Look, I believe it, man. I just think like the society that we live in here in the West, in Australia, and the things that we are taught and the things that we are not taught are very specific. You know, so what if that's pivoted? What if the things that we are taught are all about honing our instincts, deep meditation, you know, emotional intelligence, these kind of things where what if we lived in a society where that is the stuff that we study deeply? My questions are, what are we capable of? And talking about things like placebo and those kind of things, where if your belief is able to have a profound effect on your body, where it can either heal you or make you ill,
totally,
or even kill you.
Yeah.
What else can it do?
Yeah, I've had some pretty interesting, pretty evolved states, and here's the thing: I think those enlightened experiences of help students, and I think they're attainable. But the challenge is then maintaining it and living in the world. So that's the challenge. See,
but you know what's funny? That's the same challenge after having a really beautiful, enlightening mushroom journey for me. I learn all these things.
Yeah.
And then I come back and go, okay, now that's over, and my job is to hang on to the wisdom that I learned. And it slowly but surely fades. You still remember it, but as far as living it and being it, it just fades.